So guys, welcome back to another video. In this one today, we're going to be trying out the 90 rated Team of the Year Player Moments Hakim Ziyech item. This card looks absolutely outstanding, and I'm actually really excited to give this card a go. And one of the best things about this card is you don't have to pay for it. You can actually get this card for free. Well, I say free. As per usual, it's an objective card, so I guess it does cost quote-unquote time, but it shouldn't cost you any coins, which is nice. Now, for the purposes of this review, we're going to be using the loan version, but I am, of course, going to get the full version later on in the week. Now, if you want to get this Ziyech card in your club yourself, you've got to complete a couple of objectives. You've got to assist 8 goals using players with at least 4-star skill moves in squad battles on world class, which isn't too difficult, especially if you play against the weaker teams. You've got to score 12 goals using midfielders in rivals. Once again, not too hard because you can just use an attacking mid. Assist artist, you've got to assist with a lob through ball using Eredivisie players in 3 separate rival matches. Not too difficult once more, depending on what division you're in, I guess. And then you've also got to score using Dutch League players in 5 separate rival wins, which, once again, not too hard if you've got some decent Dutch League attackers. They've got quite a few good inform cards, so as I said, that shouldn't be too overly difficult. The final one you've got to do is just score a low-driven shot in a rivals match, and that way you get the loan card as well. If you don't know how to perform a low-driven shot, it's L1 and R1 Anshu on PlayStation, and LB RB on Anshu on Xbox, and yeah, pretty simple. So not too hard to obtain this card. And yeah, looking forward to giving it a go because it looks like a really good item. And for a card that's free, a 90 rated card, you really can't complain too much. Anyway, this is the team we're going to be using the Moroccan attacker in. Obviously, he's not the easiest player to get into teams without icons, especially high level ones. But still, he could be worth it. He's left-footed and he does have a 2-star weak foot, which is pretty much an instant negative. Unfortunately, 2-star weak foot is definitely going to limit him, so we're going to have to try and keep the ball on his left foot as much as we possibly can. But he does have some pretty insane in-game attributes. His pace column is outstanding for a midfielder, so I've got no worries in that department. And his shooter section, it's amazing. Look at them shooting stats. They're outstanding. He's got 98 attack positioning, 87 finishing, 96 shot power, and 92 long shots. From distance, this guy should definitely be a threat. His passing attributes are also outstanding. He's got a 99 curve rating, 98 long passing, 95 short passing, 92 crossing, and 98 vision. Like, his distribution off that left foot should be insane. This is why it's such a shame that his weak foot is so poor, because if this guy had a good weak foot, he could be up there with some of the best distributors in the game. The dribbling stats also look very impressive. He's got an 88 in-game dribbling rating, 88 ball control, 90 reactions, and 92 agility. Sadly though, his composure isn't that amazing. It's just 82 rated. Physically, some good stats once more, some average ones as well. The jumping stat is obviously pretty poor, so he won't be winning too many aerial battles, especially with him being 5'11". Really good stamina though of 91, so he should last the full 90 minutes with ease. Average strength of 63, but that combined with pretty good aggression of nearly 80 could mean that he might bat off the ball a decent amount. Overall, I think this card looks pretty outstanding, to be honest, and aside from that weak foot, there aren't too many standout negatives on face value, so definitely looking to give this card a go, and hopefully in-game it's going to be an effective item. Now, in games, we're going to be playing the 4-2-3-1, and he is going to be playing in that central cam role, but I'm also going to play him in some wide roles as well, to see if we can get the most out of that left foot. Like, I'm going to play him on the right, and try some finesses in off that side occasionally. Anyway, let's get into some matches, and let's see what this card has to offer. In the next game, we come up against a pretty insane side. His goalkeeper's not on full chem, but the rest of his team looks pretty freaking solid. He's got 3 icons and a bunch of other special items. Ziyech links up with Ian Wright. Wright returns it. He's going to go past Nesta. Going to try and hold on to possession here, but in the end we lose out. I tried to do too much there, so it's probably my fault. Chance to maybe whip the ball into the box. Trying to get it on his left foot. It comes to Pepe, who hits it on the volley and forces a save out of ter Stegen. There's a chance to break now. Down this edge. Come forward with Guardiola, who keeps the ball, gets it through to Hakim Ziyech. Goes for the finesse. Oh, and he's hit the post. So unfortunate. Ian Wright puts the ball through. Chance now for Ziyech. He's got a bit of space. Goes for the cross goal shot. And he's really hit that well. nicely into the side netting, and the keeper's given no chance. Just before half-time, grab ourselves an equaliser. And there's the half-time whistle. Unfortunately, I conceded from the kickoff after I scored because I suck. So we're going to need a good second half. I'm going to bring Aubameyang on for Ian Wright, and hopefully that gives Ziyech someone a bit better to pass to in-game. Aubameyang plays it in. Ziyech brings it back level. Here's a chance. Ziyech slides through ball through Aubameyang. Aubameyang's got a chance. Oh, just Joe Gomez just wouldn't let him take off the shot. Aubameyang holds up play nicely. Oh, that's a brilliant run. Can we? Oh, he's moved his keeper. He thought I was going for that cross-goal shot. Not this time. We get ourselves an easy third. Aubameyang links up with Ziyech. He's going to put the ball back for Aubameyang. Aubameyang gets the shot away. It's a good save from ter Stegen. Ah, well, the full-time whistle's just gone, and unfortunately, it's 3-3, and we're heading to extra time. Unfortunately, guys, we couldn't find a winner in this game, but yeah, I'm a bit annoyed about that, to be honest. I feel like I should have won that game, but whatever, it is what it is. Pretty good performance from Ziyech, who got himself a hat-trick in this game. Linked up very well with Aubameyang, especially in that second half, and yeah, 3 goals. Pretty good performance. Does seem like my kind of attacking midfielder, to be honest. Like I've said many times before to you guys, I love attacking mids that can score goals consistently, and this guy is definitely a goal scorer. In game number 3, we come up against a full Premier League side. Not an amazing team, so I do expect to win this game. He does have a couple of OP players, but as I say, I do expect to win this one. Yeah, looking for a bit of space, waiting for a run from Ian Wright. Finds him with a nice through ball, who holds up play well, gets the ball back in. Oh, I made the error there with my pass. Nice play by Ziyech there. Ian Wright puts the ball through. Here's a chance. Ziyech in a bit of space. We're going to go for that finesse, and that's going to ping into the back of the net. That was a really weird shot animation, but nonetheless hit the back of the net, so I won't complain. Nice finish. Right, finds Hakim Ziyech, who's waiting for a run. Ian, make a run, please. Great play. Shot opportunity. Oh, he was on his right foot. Oh, he's been fouled. We've got a penalty. And we've scored. Whew. Oh, come inside early. Oh, found Ziyech. Oh, can he get to that? He can. Great reactions and speed from him there. Well, half-time's come around, and we've got ourselves a big lead at the break. On the finesse. Oh, that's unlucky. Chance. Aubameyang and Ziyech link up nicely. Great play from the front three. Aubameyang gets the ball into Ziyech to end the game, surely. Oh, we've put it straight to keeper. That's a poor shot from me. Wait for the right moment. Nice through ball. Oh, Aubameyang's been fouled. It's a shame because if he got on the end of that, it would have been a nice goal. And randomly, in the 86th minute, my opponent just decides to rage quit. I mean, at that point, you may as well see the game out, but it is what it is. Another bunch of goals for Ziyech in that cam spot. Like I said in the previous game, really do like him in that role, and I've had a lot of fun using this guy because his shooting is pretty freaking good. So, after a few more games with the Player Moments Ziyech item in my team, what are my thoughts on this card? Gotta say, had a lot of fun with it. It's a very good card which has plenty of big notable positives, but it does also have a couple of big notable negatives which hold this card back in my opinion, and we'll get into them momentarily. Before we break things down though, I do have to say one of the reasons that I really enjoyed this card was because this item suits my playstyle to a T. I love attacking midfielders that can score goals, and this guy can definitely do that. He's a goal scoring midfielder, and that is absolutely fantastic. I like to get my attacking mid, especially the central one, involved in a lot of the goals, linking up with the striker regularly, so he suited that perfectly. So I thought I'd put that out there. That's one of the reasons why I really enjoyed this card. Now let's get into the stats. His pace, very quick for a midfielder, very quick. He's got great acceleration, and you can feel that in game. Off the mark, he is ready to go, which is nice. His shooting, I thought, was brilliant, especially for a midfielder. He's got incredible shot power, and from distance, he's certainly a threat. And he can also finish as well, which is really nice. He can finish when in space. When in under pressure, not so much, unfortunately. And we'll come on to his composure later in the video. His positioning, I thought, was great as well. He gets involved in plenty of attacks and makes some really effective runs, which is great. His passing, that's another thing that's outstanding. He's got 95 passing on his card. You knew his passing was going to be good, and it is. The guy can certainly put through really good through balls. His short passing link-up play is great, and he can also whip in a really good cross. So overall, I think his shooting and passing are really good. They're to a very high standard, but he's got that 2-star weak foot. You have to shoot and you have to pass off of his left foot, otherwise you are going to be let down a lot, because that right foot in game at times can be absolutely horrendous. Yeah, occasionally he can score with his right foot and occasionally he can put through a good pass with his right foot, but for most part his right foot's useless. It's horrendous and it really does let this card down. It's a shame this card doesn't have a better weak foot, because if it did have a better weak foot, I think I'd be giving it a much higher overall rating. This guy is very one-footed, and because of that he can be quite easy to defend against. If you come up against an elite player who knows this guy has a weak foot like this, like a 2-star weak foot, they're just going to put pressure on his good side. So they'll just force him onto his weak side. So you won't be able to get as much out of this card against them better players. Moving on, anyway, this guy's dribbling, another thing that I thought was really good. He feels very agile in game and he controls the ball really well. And of course, he's got 4-star skills, so you can make the most of that as well. And physically, obviously he doesn't have really any aerial ability. His jumping is not that great and he really doesn't challenge too much in the air for headers, but he's got pretty good stamina and for most part can last the full 90 minutes with relative ease, as long as you don't abuse him too much. His strength isn't the best, but due to his decent aggression he actually does battle for the ball a decent amount, but obviously against the high tier players they are just going to knock him off the ball, unfortunately. Overall though, I thought this card was very good. It's just a shame that that weak foot really does hold him back, and also I didn't think his composure was that amazing in game, especially for a 90 rated overall item. When under pressure, this card can come a bit unstuck at times, and you can feel that when taking off shots and passes when this guy is under pressure. But technically I thought this card was outstanding, and if you can play to strength, if you can always keep the ball on his left foot, you'll have a lot of fun with this card. It's just such a shame he is so one-footed because it limits him so much. I'm telling you that right now. As I said previously, if he had a better weak foot, I'm confident I'd be giving him a much higher overall rating. Still, nonetheless, this card is definitely worth picking up, considering it's a freebie. Just complete a few objectives and you got this card in your club. It's a fun item to use, and you could even use this card as a striker if you really wanted to. Obviously, you'd always have to shoot with his left foot, but he definitely could play in that role. Anyway guys, those are my thoughts on the player moment Ziyech item. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please do leave a like rating on it in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this item. Are you going to get it or not? Let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.